So the requisite quorum is present, sir. We are good to go. We are on live now.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is exactly 2 p.m. I'm informed that the necessary quorum is present and I call the meeting to order. I welcome you all to the 50th is issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. The information and documents to be made available for inspection during the meeting are available in digital form through the e-voting platform of CDSL. I welcome my colleagues who are participating in the meeting through video conferencing. Mr. Debendranath Sarangi, Independent Director. Mr. S. Radhakrishnan, Independent Director. Ms. Devaki Muthaya Shadan, Non-Executive Director and Chairperson of the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Ms. Rita Chandrasekhar, Independent Director. Mr. E. Balu, in the MCA circular, the statutory auditors, the secretarial auditor, cost auditor, internal auditor and management team are also participating through VC. Before we proceed to take up the agenda items, I would like to share a few thoughts with you. The OECD FAO report projects the global agricultural production to expand by 14% and the consumption of agricultural products by 13% by the year 2034. India, one of the emerging economies, will be a major driving force in this demand. The market is projected to reach US dollars $281.6 billion by 2030, growing at a CAGR of 4.1% between 2025 and 2030. This growth highlights both the immense opportunity and the critical responsibility the industry organic and low non-chemical fertilizers will increasingly drive this trend. On the demand side, two crucial factors will impact. First, large consumers like India, Brazil, and other countries are focusing on the efficient use of fertilizers, exploring alternatives, and working towards biofertilizers, micronutrient blends, and controlled release solutions like use of drones. This means the global fertilizer industry will gradually, alongside volume-based mass production, introduce innovation-led portfolios with quality replacing sheer quantity. In this journey, supply dynamics. India is strengthening international cooperation in the fertilizer sector through strategic partnerships. In this context, I am pleased to share that during the year 24-25, your company did not face any material challenge practices, ensuring that agriculture can feed the world responsibly. India's fertilizer industry, a promising roadmap. India is among the few countries globally recording strong economic growth with real GDP growth at 6.5% in 24-25. Around 4%, reflecting its critical role in supporting sustainable agriculture development. India is the second largest consumer of fertilizer globally and has the potential to meet this demand domestically. Being the third largest producer, India has achieved near self-sufficiency The government is supporting the adoption of nano fertilizers and neem-coated urea through awareness drives and facilitating their accessibility at PM Kisan Samriddhi Kendras. Your company has contributed to the government's innovation initiatives by clocking sales and precision in application are becoming the new norm. Together, these measures at the national level are percolating to the grassroots levels as all players in the fertilizer industry aligning their products to meet the government's objectives of building a stronger, greener and more self-reliant agriculture. Revenue from operations and profit after tax were at rupees 3,086 crores and 130 crores, which have increased as compared to previous years. Coming to operational milestones, I am pleased to announce that during 24-25, production of neem-coated urea stood at 721 journey through enhanced IT infrastructure, strengthened data security, dedicated dealer management. Dividend, the Board of Directors have recommended an equity dividend of 20% for 24-25 with the highest payout of around 40.72 crores subject to rounding off and taxes. Care, social responsibility and strong governance into its business. ESG practices are driven towards carbon neutrality and promoting green energy sources like natural gas, solar power and water recycling initiatives. On the environmental front, we advanced our green belt development head counting system. Safety training programs clocked over 7,600 person hours with engaging and interactive sessions. By embedding these practices in the daily operations, the company contributes towards a sustainable future. Corporate social responsibility, giving back to society. Towards CSR focus primarily on primary health care, sanitation, child, maternity, and elderly nutrition and primary education. During the year, your company contributed towards education, school uniforms, preventive health care, breath analyzer aid, and safe drinking water. workforce. Towards this, during the year, we conducted knowledge sharing and capability handling programs. Support for employees, children up to class institutions, banks, vendors, customers, and other stakeholders for their continued support and collaboration. I acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the employees of your company to sustain and improve its operations. Their commitment and support has been instrumental in our journey. Ladies and gentlemen. Now we may take up the items as per the agenda. The notice of the meeting and the financial statements for the financial year 24-25 have already been circulated, and with your consent, we take these as read. The resolutions given in the notice was made available between 9 a.m. on 19 September 2025 to 5 p.m. on 22nd September 2025. Arrangements have also been made for e-voting during the meeting. The voting is open now and will close 15 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. Members while they speak. Kindly note, the maximum time available for each speaker would be about 3 minutes. I request members to be as brief as possible, not to repeat questions if they are similar to the one raised by any other member, and speak only on items pertaining to the agenda of the meeting. I will
You can ask your questions, please.
Yes. Respected Chairman and Board members, my name is Santosh Kumar Swab. I am from Calcutta. Hope all you are safe and good. Sir, also I thank to all our employees inspection. Sir, what is our ESG rating of the company? And what is scored? Second, what step you have taken for reduce carbon emission? And last year, how much your carbon emission reduced and when we kept financial 25-26 for a happy, healthy and profit year, sir. Also, thanks to you and all our associates for coming festival, sir, and wish our national festival, our family festival will bring very happiness and prosperity in our life.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir ji. And good afternoon, everybody attending this AGM. Myself, Om Prakash Kejriwal, your deputy shareholder from Kolkata. Thank you, sir ji, for providing me the platform to speak something before you. Thanks to our Secretary Department for helping me registration as a speaker shareholder. Express their views and company could take benefit from their views, sir. Sir, our India is growing. Agriculture sector of our country is growing. And so our company is also growing. Our revenue has grown to rupees 3,086 crore. Previously it was rupees 1,944 crore. And net profit has grown to rupees 131 crore. Previously it was rupees 88 crore. Rupees 2. It shows your confidence for future earnings, and it also gives confidence in we minority shareholders. Sir, our first quarter, that is June quarter of financial year 25-26 result is also good. What is your expectation for the remaining 3 quarters? Sir, in last AGM I told you that our share was underpriced compared to our it is earning, sir. And third request, sir,
could you please
just complete. I have completed. Saji, please do remember the speakers and holders at the time of festivals in the same manner as you remember your friends and relatives. At last, Saji, please maintain your smile and be cheerful. We are always with you as a long-term investor.
All I can tell you is that while we are conscious of ESG, a rating requirement is not mandatory today for companies like us. So we don't do a ESG rating. However, we are, as I said in my speech, very conscious of ESG.
So after gas conversion, we are 100% completely switched over from the naphtha to natural gas. By this initiative of switching over the feedstock as well as fuel from the naphtha to natural gas, the emissions have come down to 40% level. Also, our urea energy has come down from 6.9 to 6.2. Company from the third party. So both put together 11 megawatts of solar power is being procured and being used for our plant operation, which translates into close to around 70% of our total power requirement. So thereby we are restricting 30% only we are taking from the grid power. So this is a second third question for which
as long as possible. For the remaining 3 quarters, you had asked about, the performance, likely performance. It's a bit hard to give guidance at this stage. So all I can tell you is we will endeavor to maintain or sustain our top line. To comment on that. We'll try to do early AGMs, but we'll also Secretary. So with that, I have answered the queries of both the shareholders. As mentioned earlier, in the venue voting window would remain open for another 15 minutes, and those who want to cast their votes may do so. The votes polled will be consolidated Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all once again for your presence and cooperation, and with your permission, I will declare this AGM as closed. Thank you very much. Thank you.
With the consent from Chairperson, we are concluding this meeting. Thank you all for joining. Good day ahead.
Thank you, moderator.
Thank you.